You know, sometimes as a Christian minister, rural chaplain, spending most of my time with folks who are outside the church, some of my time in it, I see things just turn me over. Sometimes you see somebody who's been badly treated, badly hurt. Somebody you see somebody going through something that's just, oh. Sometimes you see somebody who's been spoken against, been misrepresented, been lied about, been misled. Somebody who's been given a hard time by somebody else. And sometimes, I got to admit, sometimes I do need to go for a walk. Sometimes I find myself thinking, praying, because you don't take matters into your own hands, take it to God. I go, Lord, what's this about? Why don't you do something about this? Why don't you just, Lord, why don't you just damn that to hell? Because sometimes it can be pretty bad. And then you see Jesus. Jesus hanging on a cross. He's been put there by a bunch of Roman soldiers. They're just squaddies, they're doing their job. If they don't carry it through, if he doesn't get executed, if he doesn't die there before they return to barracks, it's going to be their life for his. So they take him and they take him out to a place of execution, and they parade him there in front of the crowd. They strip him naked and humiliate him in front of everybody, and they take a bunch of rough, rusty, cast iron nails. They drive him through his wrists as they've laid him on top of this cross on the floor, and then, for good measure, they stick one through his feet as well. Can't have been a good experience. Everybody looking on. And then they raise him up on his cross and they drop the foot of the cross into a hole in the ground, and it bangs down into the hole and jolts his whole body. And they do it all while his mother is watching. And I'd be in that crowd wanting to say, Lord, why don't you condemn this thing? Damn them to hell. Jesus turns to those guys, those squaddies, doing their ghastly work. And in their presence he prays to his Father in heaven, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Let me be honest with you. By nature, I haven't got an ounce of that in my body. I wouldn't be saying that, I'm afraid. But there's Jesus, in love and mercy, pouring out forgiveness and praying that his persecutors would be forgiven. And that's where it all kicks off for me, because I can't be untouched by that. If he can look at people who've done that to him, and let's be honest, it's my sin that's driven him to the cross in the first place. If if my heart isn't warmed and changed by that, if yours isn't, what's that saying about you and me?